Welcome to World War Podcast, giving you your weekly dose of war. This week we're going to be talking about the Pacific Theater. We'll get right into it, starting with their leaders. So for America, we had Nimitz. Nimitz was the commander-in-chief of the Pacific after Pearl Harbor. Before Pearl Harbor, there was another commander-in-chief, but he was asked to step down. The president, we had FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. For Japan, we had Emperor Hirohito, who was the emperor at the time, and for their general, they had Yamamoto, who was Marshal Admiral of the Japanese Naval Army. So we'll go into the major battles at the time. So the first one was Pearl Harbor. It was an attack from Japan attacking us. They destroyed a lot of their ships, but the problem with that was there wasn't many boats. But because they only were able to majorly damage, which is the known one today, USS Arizona. The next one is Wake Island. Then we have Midway, which was, I think, the most important battle of the Pacific War. And we'll go into that a little bit deeper in another episode, but it basically turned the tide from the Japanese to us. We have Iwo Jima, Okinawa, and there's so many more we can go over. So we're going to go over the summary now. So basically, Japan thought it was a good idea. You know what? Let's just attack America. So they decided to use their new torpedoes, which America didn't expect. They added wood to the torpedoes. Then boom, it sunk a few of our ships. It was one of the most devastating battles for us because we weren't even prepared for it. But then Japan made a big mistake. They realized there were no aircraft carriers there. The only reason they decided to attack Pearl Harbor is because of the aircraft carriers. If they were able to take out the aircraft carriers, America would be useless against Japan. So America goes and surprise attacks them. Boom, 3 aircraft carriers down. Japan lost 3 of them. One of the aircraft carriers that was attacking Japan's was made out of plywood, and they couldn't even destroy it. The deck was completely made out of plywood. It was supposed to take over 72 days to fix or 3 months to fix the aircraft carrier that was damaged for the Americans. But we literally just patched it up with plywood in less than a few days, and it was set out to sail, and it was able to beat with our torpedo squadrons. And then we decided that we would drop the atomic bomb. Boom, goes Hiroshima. And Japan doesn't decide to surrender, so we decided to make something a little bit more powerful. The plutonium bomb, otherwise known as Fat Man. And, well, they surrender after plutonium bomb that was dropped on them. And that wasn't all that happened, but it was a basic description of what happened in it. There were still a lot more battles, and there was more to it than what I described. Again, I'm going to go over a lot of this in the other episodes. I'm just giving you a brief overview for today. And then now let's go to our sponsor. Again, we have no sponsor this week. If you want to sponsor us, you can reach out. We do have a few lined up for the next few episodes, but for this episode, we don't have any. If you always want, you can. So for next episode, we're going to go over the major battles. So this is going to be in the Pacific and the European theater. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to come out tomorrow, and I highly suggest you watch it. It may be actually out today, too. We don't know. And then for a shout-out, we want to shout out Pasta Pasta. They subscribe to us. Thank you, Pasta Pasta. And you guys should go check out their channel. And for this week, I'm going to be recommending Axis and Allies, the board game. It is one of my most favorite board games. It is like Risk, but on steroids. It is insane. You can do whatever you want. I highly suggest it. I got the 1942 Anniversary Edition, so you can play 1941, 1942, and it's the whole globe. It's really good, and it's really worth it. I highly suggest you guys check it out. This episode's been a little shorter, but I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you soon.